Hi there, thanks for joining me. My name is Moksha. This is Painting with Moksha, episode 3. So today we're going to start something new. I'm going to guide you through the beginning steps of making a painting. We'll see how far we get in about 40 minutes. I don't know what we're going to paint yet. Probably an animal in nature. Behind me here is a work in progress of Mount Rainier. It's an acrylic painting on canvas that I've been, I don't know how many hours are in this now. Not that many, maybe 20 hours at the most or less. But let's begin. Let's start a new painting. Okay, let's get started. So, I've decided to paint a crow. So I'm going to start by sketching it in with something light. This is a transparent yellow iron oxide golden fluid acrylic. I might mix in a little raw umber too. So let's see. Spraying the board with a little water just to maybe slow the paint drying time a little bit. And just go in and rough in my bird. I don't really know exactly where I want him yet. Using an angled shader brush, size 1/4. As I become a little more sure of how the bird is drawn in, I'm going to make the lines a little bit darker. Okay, well there's the first stage. The crow is roughed in. Uh, Obviously it needs a lot of work on everywhere, the wing especially, but I'm just trying to still establish the basic composition of the painting. So I know he's standing on something. I think I'm going to have him be in sort of maybe a cosmic sort of setting. So stars, maybe a moon up here, a branch coming in. So I'm going to further just develop the background and composition of the painting now. So as I'm using this angled shader, I'm just really using that sharp point a lot of times. I also like this brush because if you turn it flat like a blade against the canvas, you can get some very nice smooth lines. I have a much harder time doing the same thing with a round brush. For some reason this angled shader is very nice, but right now I'm just using the very tip. And there's not a lot of paint on the brush. I like it for sketching like this. Okay, let's do something fun. This is called Decalcomania. I'm using a plastic bag to get some texture here. So what I'll do, I'm going to spray the canvas with water. Just want it kind of damp, not dripping wet. Now I'm going to do a wash of, this is going to be kind of a night scene, so I'm going to do a wash of kind of a Payne's Gray blue using my golden acrylic, fluid acrylic Payne's Gray. I think that's what I want to do. No, I changed my mind. Let's use a cerulean blue. I think the Payne's would be too dark to start with. This is also helpful. This is Satin Glazing Liquid by Golden. It dilutes the paint a little without changing the viscosity, and it slows the drying time a little bit, which is very helpful. So I'm going to put a little bit of this in with my paint. It's probably like 25% of this to paint. And I'm spraying it with water because I just need to have it a little bit thinner, but not too thin. And to speed things up, we'll use a hairdryer. Okay, feels pretty dry enough to go over it. I'm going to start doing some washes now to create more depth. Darken the bird, create a gradient in the sky so our moon glows a little bit. I'll start to add more dark shapes in the foreground for the foliage that's closer to us than darker. You'll see what I mean. Try to create movement in the painting. Just the direction that you move with the brush. Doesn't have to make sense right away. Not worried about going through the bird like that. He's still just an underpainting. Be completely painted over there. If you're worried about it, minimize it. So I'm establishing my light, still, my composition, doing kind of multiple things at once right now on this stage. Okay, so there is about an hour of work or so. As you can see, I've established the main composition by sketching in the crow and the key elements like the moon and the branch. I have just enough detail now that I can start to build upon this, but I know at this point that I like how my composition is looking. There'll be some more big dark branches right here. This will be well more established, dark against the sky. There's a lot of development, of course, that still needs to happen, pushing and pulling and getting more depth in the scene. But I'm happy with how it's turned out so far, so in the next video we'll continue to work on this painting. But thank you for watching so far, and see you next time.